Welcome to our YouTube channel Dream Dynamics.
Welcome to a special video that promises to transform not only the way you face challenges, but also how you see yourself in the mirror every day. If you're seeking the key to unlocking your unlimited potential and navigating life's storms with unwavering confidence, you're in the right place. And the answer may be simpler and more powerful than you imagine. Focus on yourself through the principles of Zen philosophy. Let's embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth that promises to change the way you relate to the world around you. Are you ready to uncover the ancient secrets that can turn obstacles into golden opportunities? Then stay with me, and let's dive deep into this adventure. Ready to begin? Let's go. Do you know the importance of standing firm in the face of life's challenges? Each of us faces challenges that can sometimes seem insurmountable. Zen teaches us something powerful. The obstacles in front of us are not there just to challenge us, but to show us a way forward. He believed that within difficulty lies opportunity. Thinking this way changes everything. When we face problems, it's like we're faced with a puzzle. At first, it seems complicated, maybe even impossible, but with patience and determination, we begin to fit the pieces together one by one until the picture starts to form. And the feeling of seeing that puzzle complete is amazing, isn't it? That's what Zen philosophy meant. Every challenge is a piece of the great puzzle. That is our life. We may not understand where each piece fits at the moment, but each one has its place and its importance. And when we overcome an obstacle, it's like we found the right place for one of those complicated pieces. Now, imagine that every time you overcome a challenge, you're actually building a stronger version of yourself. As if every problem solved, every obstacle overcome gives you more strength, more confidence. So, the next time you face a challenge, remember that it's not a sign to stop. It's actually a sign that you're on the right path. It's an opportunity to learn, grow, and become even stronger. Now, I want you to think about something that's challenging you right now. See it not as an insurmountable wall, but as a door. A door that, when opened, will bring you closer to who you can become. Is it difficult? It may be, but is it possible? Absolutely. Remember that you have within you everything you need to face what lies ahead. Every challenge is an opportunity to prove to yourself what you're capable of. So, take a deep breath, move forward, and face it. The path ahead is yours to tread, and believe me, you're ready for it. There's a principle that shines like a guiding star on our journey. Focusing on oneself and practicing Zen Virtues. These ideas, stemming from ancient wisdom, still resonate with surprising clarity in today's world, inviting us to look inward and recognize the immense power that resides in our ability to choose to act with wisdom, courage, and temperance. Life, with its ups and downs, offers us a stage where we can practice these virtues daily. But what does this really mean? It means living consciously, choosing our actions based on what is right and good, not just for ourselves, but also for those around us. It means acknowledging our fears and facing them with courage, finding balance in our desires and passions, and seeking wisdom to differentiate what we can change from what we cannot. This path is not about grand gestures or monumental achievements. It's about the small choices we make every day. It's about how we respond to traffic, how we treat our colleagues, how we manage our time and energy. Every moment is an opportunity to practice virtue, to be the best version of ourselves. But how do we stay focused on ourselves without getting lost in selfishness? This is where Zen wisdom shines, teaching us to understand what is within our control. We may not have power over external events, but we have complete mastery over how we react to them. This understanding frees us, allowing us to accept what is beyond our reach and focus on what we can truly change: our actions, responses, and thoughts. The proposition is for a deep dive into self-awareness, recognizing our weaknesses and working to turn them into strengths. It's an invitation to live authentically, seeking not the approval of others, but the inner peace that comes from living according to our deepest values. Imagine then what your life would be like if every day you practiced a little more courage, facing your fears, and if you sought balance, saying no to excess and yes to what truly matters. And if every day you strove to learn something new, to expand your understanding of the world and yourself. These are the questions that, when asked, begin the true journey toward a full and meaningful life. It's not a journey that is completed overnight, but rather a path that unfolds with every conscious step we take. So, let's talk about something that, believe it or not, makes a huge difference in how we live: our power of choice. It's fascinating to realize that even when everything around us seems out of control, we still hold the reins of something very important: how we react to it all. Think about how many times you've worried about things that in the end were completely out of your control. Time, what others think. And how did that really help? But here's the interesting part. Even when we can't change a situation, we can always choose our attitude toward it. This is practical, not just a nice idea. It's about taking a moment to think, okay, this is happening. I can't change it, but how can I deal with it in the best possible way? This isn't about ignoring problems, but facing them with a mindset that puts us in charge of our reactions. And what about knowing yourself? That's quite a journey. It's like becoming a detective of your own life, observing, learning about what truly motivates you, what makes you react in a certain way. And believe me, the more you know yourself, the more you understand about how to navigate this world. Now, the icing on the cake. All of this helps us to live more harmoniously. But you don't have to think of courage only as something reserved for superheroes or moments of great danger. Courage is something we experience in our everyday lives. It's that strength that gets us out of bed on difficult mornings, that propels us to try something new, to face a problem, or admit a mistake. You see, facing adversities, the unknown, our own limitations and failures, requires a lot of courage. And I'm not just talking about facing a great fear. I mean the day-to-day, the little things, like when we decide to tell the truth, even knowing it might not be what the other person wanted to hear, or when we stop and look within ourselves, acknowledging our own mistakes and learning from them. Having courage also means knowing that we will face challenges and difficulties, but choosing to stand firm. It's like when we know the road ahead is tough, but we decide to move forward because somehow we feel it's the right thing to do. It's not easy. Sometimes it may even feel like we're swimming against the current, but that's exactly where courage shines. You know, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's about what we do, even when we're afraid. It's that inner voice that tells us, yes, this is scary, but I am stronger than my fear. And that, my friend, is powerful. It transforms us. It makes us grow. Think about the opportunities that courage brings us. Every time we face something with courage, we give ourselves the chance to demonstrate our virtue, to become better. And that's amazing, because with every challenge we face, every time we overcome our fears, we grow. We become stronger, more resilient. So, how about looking at courage in a new way? Not as something reserved for big moments, but as a constant presence in our lives, a force that propels us to live more authentically, to face our fears, and to grow from them. And remember, having courage doesn't mean doing everything alone. Asking for help is also an act of courage, admitting that we don't know something and wanting to learn more is courage. So, let's bring courage into our daily lives. Face our challenges, learn from our failures, and grow from them, because in the end, that's what moves us forward. If you're finding value in our content, subscribe and leave a comment. Did you know that only 7 of our channel viewers are subscribed? So help me spread this wisdom even further. Now, let's continue to explore temperance in a world where excess seems to be the norm, where the relentless pursuit of more takes us further and further away from happiness. Emerges an ancient yet incredibly relevant concept: temperance. Yes, this term may evoke dusty books and ancient philosophies, but it holds a powerful secret for a full and balanced life. Temperance may seem like a complex word, but its meaning is actually simple and profoundly transformative. It's about self-control, moderation, balance in everything we do. Imagine your life as a boat sailing the ocean. Temperance is the rudder that allows us to maintain our course, avoiding extremes, whether storms of excess or calms of deprivation. The Zen masters saw in this principle not only a virtue, but the path to happiness. They teach us that living in harmony with nature, understanding and accepting the world as it is, allows us to manage our desires and avoid the excesses that so often divert us from true satisfaction. Acceptance of the present and self-mastery. Living in the present moment and maintaining self-control are like holding the rudder firmly at sea. Life, with its twists and turns, sometimes seems to test our patience and our ability to remain calm. The reality is this: things happen that are beyond our control. But here's the secret: what we can truly control are our own reactions and attitudes. This is not about surrendering or being passive. It's about taking the reins of how we respond to what life presents us. Accepting reality as it is may seem difficult. After all, who enjoys facing tough times or unwanted situations? But think of it this way: fighting against what we cannot change is like trying to stop the wind. It's futile and only exhausts us. On the other hand, focusing on what is within our reach, our actions, our attitudes, is where our true strength lies. This is the essence of self-mastery, recognizing that while we cannot control everything around us, we have power over the most important thing, ourselves. And that is an incredible source of freedom. Knowing that no matter what happens out there, You can choose your response in here. This gives you an unshakable peace of mind and a strength that nothing can undermine. So, the next time you encounter something frustrating or challenging, remember that your reaction is a choice. Take a deep breath. Take a step back and ask yourself, can I control this? If the answer is no, accept it and focus on what you can change. If it's yes, then you know what to do. This active and conscious acceptance not only brings peace, but also empowers us to live more fully and purposefully. Of course, it's not easy, but like everything in life, it's a practice. The more we practice accepting the present and exercising self-mastery, the more skilled we become at navigating life with grace, determination, and above all, peace of mind. And that, my friends, is a powerful way to live. Self-examination and the power of the mind. Let's talk about a powerful tool that we all have but often neglect. Self-examination. This process is nothing more than taking an honest look at ourselves, our thoughts, actions, and emotions. It's like pausing for a moment in the midst of the daily hustle and bustle to check the map and see if we're still on the right path. Now, why is this so important? Because without this moment of pause and reflection, it's easy to get lost. We may end up following a path that wasn't truly what we wanted. Self-examination helps us realize when we're acting on impulse, when our emotions are taking the wheel, it's steering us away from our values and virtues. Moreover, reflecting on ourselves shows how powerful our minds are, the way we perceive the world around us, how we react to challenges. It all starts in our heads. If we learn to control our perceptions and reactions, we gain enormous influence over our life experience. This doesn't mean ignoring feelings or pretending problems don't exist. It means recognizing that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we have complete control over how we respond to those situations. How about starting to practice self-examination today? It doesn't have to be complicated. Set aside a few minutes of your day to reflect on your attitudes and emotions and ask yourself, is this aligned with who I want to be? If the answer is no, you've just found an area to grow and improve. Meditation and mindfulness. Let's dive straight into the heart of the matter. Transformation begins in the mind. Have you ever noticed the power you have simply by deciding where to direct your thoughts and emotions? This is where self-examination and the incredible power of meditation and mindfulness come in. These are not just ancient practices or trendy topics. They are revolutionary tools at your disposal, ready to be used in your daily life to achieve greater control and inner peace. First, understand that self-examination is the key to self-awareness. Ask yourself, what are my values? Am I living according to them? This ongoing reflection is what allows us to grow, identify where we can improve, and most importantly, align our actions with our deepest beliefs. Do not underestimate the power of taking a moment to truly reflect on your life. This can be the turning point between living on autopilot and taking control of the helm of your life. Have you ever noticed how our minds sometimes seem like a turbulent sea of thoughts and worries? Imagine if you could calm that sea. Wouldn't that be incredibly powerful? Meditation teaches us exactly that, to sit with our thoughts, observe them without judgment, and gradually learn to bring them to a state of calm and clarity. It's not about emptying the mind, but understanding that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer, capable of choosing which thoughts deserve your energy and which can simply pass like clouds in the sky. Mindfulness brings us to the present moment, the only place where life truly happens. By practicing it, you begin to notice the small wonders of everyday life, those that often go unnoticed. Each breath becomes an opportunity to be truly alive. Each task, no matter how trivial, a chance to be fully engaged. So here's the invitation. See life as a series of present moments, each with the potential to be lived fully. Let self-examination be your guide, meditation your fortress, and mindfulness your lens to see the world. By doing so, you will discover an inner strength that you may never have known you possessed. And with this strength, you can not only face the challenges of life, but truly thrive, finding peace and satisfaction in the now. Resilience and acceptance of impermanence. The truth is that life is a series of ups and downs, of fleeting moments that shape us, challenge us, and eventually teach us the true essence of inner strength. This inner strength, this resilience, is what allows us to face life's setbacks, not as the end of the journey, but as integral parts of the path we pave, day by day. At the heart of this journey lies the acceptance of impermanence, a Zen truth that teaches us to embrace the transience of everything around us. Everything changes, everything evolves, and instead of resisting this reality, we can choose to accept it, learning to appreciate each moment with greater depth and meaning. When we accept that nothing is permanent, we begin to reduce our attachment to things beyond our control, focusing our energy and attention on what we can truly influence, our attitudes, reactions, and personal growth. See adversity not as a dead end, but as an invitation to growth, a chance to strengthen your character and broaden your understanding of yourself and the world. Each challenge faced is a lesson learned. Each obstacle overcome is a step on the ladder of your personal evolution. Practicing inner resilience is also learning to find peace within yourself, regardless of the external storms. It is knowing that despite life's changes and uncertainties, you possess an inner fortress, a center of calm and serenity that no external adversity can shake. That is the true strength of resilience, the ability to remain intact and at peace, even when the world around you seems to crumble. I encourage you to see each day, each moment, as a precious opportunity for growth and learning. Make room for impermanence in your life and let it teach you to value the present moment with greater intensity, to live each day with purpose and gratitude. For in accepting the transience of life, we discover the indelible beauty of the present and build a resilience that accompanies us, strong and steady, every step of the way. Daily, Zen practices for personal growth. In the calm of a morning awakening, before the world awakens to its endless noise and turmoil, visualize yourself for a moment at the center of a universe, awaiting your light. I'm not asking you to imagine, but to feel this connection with the dawn of a new day. This is the moment to arm yourself with intentions, those silent choices that paint the day with the colors of your soul. Start by nourishing your spirit with acts of kindness, as small as helping someone without expecting anything in return, or as simple as offering a smile. These acts, although they may seem small, are the foundations of an unshakable inner fortress. Throughout the day, practice the art of moderation. That ability to walk the tightrope between excess and insufficiency, deliberately choosing not to be swept away by the currents of excess, which, although tempting, often lead us away from what is truly essential. And as the night approaches, when the sun sets, painting the sky orange and pink, dedicate a moment to reflection. It's the perfect time to flip through the pages of your day, not with the critical eye of a judge, but with the pure curiosity of a learner. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? Each day brings lessons, some as clear as crystal, others hidden between the lines of our experiences. I also encourage you to keep a gratitude journal. This powerful habit transforms our focus, helping us see not only the glass half full, but overflowing with blessings. In it, record not only moments of joy, but also challenges, for even in adversity, there is beauty and lessons. This path we tread, guided by Zen principles, does not promise the absence of storms, but the strength to navigate through them. It teaches us to value what we have, to accept what we cannot change, and to have the wisdom to distinguish between the two. And so, in the cycle of sunrise and sunset, we cultivate an inner garden of peace, strength, and gratitude. These practices, day after day, become the brushes with which we paint the canvas of our lives, a picture that reflects not only who we are, but who we aspire to be. If you enjoy taking this step with us, don't forget to subscribe to continue your evolution. I'm grateful for you reaching this far. Until the next video.